what finally brought you out of Nam and out of the service?
Well, after my third tour, towards the end of my third tour, I was on to me. I was frightened that I was going to automatically re-up because I was getting out of Saigon and the U.S. Army at the same time. So I was convinced that I was going to re-up. So I went around to the corporations that the Halliburtons and whatnot that love war and thrive off of it. Well, trying to get a civilian job back in the States, so I got their home offices in L.A. And I think that's what allowed me to go home without rejoining the Army to come back to Vietnam. I thought I was coming back anyway as a civilian. And then you go from $70 a month or whatever I had worked my way up to $1,800 a month in PX privileges as a civilian over there, plus a hotel room with maid service and all of that, you know. So that was my goal in life, to get back to Vietnam as a civilian contractor, working for a contractor.
Now, did the Army say they were going to discharge you, or what was it? What were the circumstances of your...
My time was up.
That was it.
My time was up, and I was scheduled to get out of Saigon and the U.S. Army at the same time. And I did, and they had us in this room, and they had a chalkboard up, and the sergeant with the pointers says, now these medals written on the chalkboard you have earned because you were in Vietnam. Everyone that went there gets these. If you have other medals, write them down. And they had us fill out our own DD-214s. Well, I had had the 106.8 degrees of malaria. I left my Purple Heart off of there. I had no idea what to put on. And I'm sitting there long after I'm the only one left in the room, and the instructions are, you fill this out, put it on the desk, go across the street, eat a steak dinner, and go home. Something's calling to me from across the street, and I believe I skipped the steak dinner. Wow. Everybody's gone, and I'm halfway through this form. I just started mail, email, yeah. I don't know.
Just wanted to get out.
Mail, no, email.
Now, before we leave Vietnam, let's step back to when you were a guard. And can you tell us about General Westmoreland and General Abrams?
I want to add one footnote to that. Leslie Nan, my wife, applied to have my DD-214 brought up to date. Turns out they give you a DD-215, which I have now. It had like 14 medals on it. I had no idea that stuff. The Purple Heart we knew I had gotten, and it wasn't on there, so that's why we submitted. And it came back with all these extra bonus medals that they had given me.
Let me read some of those. The Purple Heart, the CIB, which is the Combat Infantry Badge, Parachute Badge, the Good Conduct Medal, Vietnam Service Medal, with 1 Bronze Service Star and 1 Silver Star, 1 Silver Service Star.
3 tours.
That's for 3 tours. The Republic of Vietnam Gallantry Cross with Palm, Unit Citation Badge, I think I mentioned Vietnam Campaign Medal. Quite a lot of medals. Obviously you earned them.
They must just hand them out left and right, man. I just followed the guy in front of me the whole time.
Obviously more than that.